until he saw his deaf wife answering the phone. The man didn't realize that his wife had already regained her hearing. At that moment, he no longer cared about his mistress and immediately rushed toward his wife. But his wife didn't look back and firmly walked into the airport, preparing to say a final goodbye to the man. And all of this was the man's own doing. It turned out that a few days ago, the woman had unintentionally discovered the man chatting with the company's new female secretary on a social app, but she didn't immediately expose the man's actions, because they had once been a sweet couple. The woman had lost her hearing to save the man, but even so, the man didn't leave her, and swore to love only her for life. The woman was moved and thought she had found true love. The next day, when she went to the hospital for a pregnancy checkup, she caught the man gently placing his hand on the female secretary's belly. At that moment, the woman understood that the man had cheated. She couldn't forgive her husband's betrayal, so she quietly signed the divorce agreement, organized all the beautiful memories of their relationship, and handed everything, along with the divorce agreement, to the delivery man. She asked the delivery man to send these things back to the husband's address in a month. Then she went to the hospital alone and terminated the child she had been expecting. After the procedure, she called her grandfather, telling him that she had decided to return home in 5 days to take over the hotel. Meanwhile, the clueless man was still excitedly discussing who their child resembled more and planning to name the child. Seeing all of this, the woman's emotions were complex and indescribable. She couldn't understand why the man liked multiple women at the same time. The man noticed her unhappiness and suggested they go to a class reunion to relax. Their friends immediately complained that the woman was a cage, claiming she shouldn't be at the bar. Hearing this, she remembered how everyone used to respect her, but it was all fake. However, she didn't show any signs of discomfort. Next, the man took her to sit in the center of the sofa. Everyone immediately began to tease, wanting to hear the recording of the female secretary's affair with the man. The female secretary pretended to be embarrassed, but still played the recording for everyone to hear, unaware that the woman could actually hear. The woman could no longer endure and suddenly stood up. This made the female secretary suspect that she might have heard something. To continue hiding the fact that she had regained her hearing, the woman lied, saying that she had only admired the secretary's phone case. The female secretary pretended to recommend a link to buy the phone case, and then pulled the woman aside, deliberately showing her the video of the affair, aiming to assert ownership and make the woman understand who the man truly loved. Even though the woman was carrying the man's child, the female secretary claimed she also had the man's child. Seeing the woman's eyes redden, the female secretary guessed that she might be able to hear, but the female secretary was not scared at all. At that moment, the man decided to take the woman home, but the woman decided to take a taxi home alone. Unexpectedly, before she had gone far, the man eagerly kissed the female secretary. When the woman saw the bracelet the secretary was wearing, she realized it was identical to the one the man had once given her. At that moment, she understood how cheap the man's love was, so she threw the bracelet on the ground, deciding from now on, they owed each other nothing. The man had no idea that their child was already gone, and took the woman to buy baby supplies. The woman saw a beautiful wind chime and wanted to buy one. However, the man secretly bought two, because every time he bought a gift for the woman, he also bought one for the female secretary.